What's up, guys? Intellitech Studios here, and today is another episode of Vacuum Saved. It's episode 40, in fact. We've hit the 40. So, we have done this series 40 times at least, and that is pretty intense. But what is not intense is these vacuums, because these vacuums are trash. In fact, that's the name of today's episode, the Trash Edition, because these are all trash, junk, piece of garbage vacuum cleaners, and we're going to see which ones of these are salvageable. Now, most of these were actually from the trash. The only exception is this Hoover, which is from Goodwill, and this Shark, which is also from Goodwill. These other four from the trash. Trash, trash, and these two in the same house, also trash. So we're going to see what's wrong with these things. I can already tell what's wrong with the ProHeat. And there is water in that little reservoir right there, so I'm going to be very careful when turning this on. But we're going to start out with the Hoover, because, well, the Hoover I already tried. It does work. In fact, I can demonstrate that right now. It just needs a bit of a clean. Turn on the brush roller. So, this one does work. It just needs a bit of a clean. So for the $8 that it was, I'm not complaining too much. It has the extension wand, crevice tool, and turbo brush, and those do work. I did test them. Just missing the dusting brush, which I just randomly stuck one from the wrong vacuum on it. So that's that. So this does work. It might need a belt, but I don't think so because it does shut off properly. So, pretty nice machine. I like the color. Big fan of the color scheme. It's a little heavy for my tastes, but could be a lot worse for sure. So, could use a bit of a clean probably, but it's honestly not in too bad shape. I haven't done anything to this. I just ran it. So it looks like they took decent good care of it, as in they didn't entirely trash the thing. They just clearly used it for a bit, for a few years, and didn't touch it. So, and I know people are going to ask about the filters, so let's look at the filters. So, HEPA filter still looks okay. A little bit dusty, but could be a lot worse. Looking at the pre-filter. Some dust in there. So we got a lot of fine dust in there from some sort of project. So it could be due to be cleaned out. You can see the evidence right there as well from it back dusting the back of the machine. But still runs good, still runs quieter than the brand new Tempo that I got, which is sad. So yeah, that's that. And this should have a sticker on the back. And it has fingertip power. It's got a headlight. It's got a decently stretchy hose. So it's a decent machine from what I can tell for a bagless. UH70935. D17A, so it's only 4 years old. Not bad. So this one is definitely a candidate to either keep in the collection or sell. Honestly, it's probably the best modern Hoover that I have, so it may get kept, but I don't really need it. So we'll see what happens with that. The cord rewind on this does work, but it's very sluggish, and the last little bit of cord just will not go in no matter what, so that is that. Speaking of cord rewinds, this is the first Dirt Devil I've ever seen in person with a cord rewind. Obviously, I've seen them at the store all the time, but first time I've actually got one. I never bothered to get one to review because who gives a crap? It's a Dirt Devil. Who cares about a Dirt Devil? But, yeah, they lost all the attachments, the wand, and they installed the bracket upside down. So, very bright individuals. We, of course, have wrappers and plastic stuff that you're not supposed to be sucking up with a vacuum in here, so I'm going to wager that this filter is nasty. That's probably why it was chucked. If not, there's probably a clog somewhere, maybe a broken belt. Oh god, that is nasty. Look at that. Okay, it does spin still. A lot of junk stuck in the roller that should, again, not be picked up by a vacuum. This poor thing was neglected very badly. It almost makes me want to adopt the poor thing, because it doesn't deserve this. It may be a dirt devil, but it doesn't deserve this. Cord rewind actually seems to work pretty good, surprisingly, which I would not expect Dirt Devil to be capable of making halfway competent cord rewinds. No markers on this. But hey, I assume this is going to be 25 feet, just like every other cheap uprights cord rewind. Obviously, this is what competes with the PowerForce Turbo that I have. The green rewind over there. But let's see what this does. Brush roll spins. Oh, brush roll sounds really aggressive. Let's see if there's suction in here. It doesn't sound... Ooh, there's water on this. Ew. It didn't sound clogged. Oh, it is, though. It's very clogged. There's no airflow going through that at all. None at all. So, no clogs. So I have a feeling that filter is the culprit. Let me set this down real quick and open this up. I'm going to regret this, I know. But I know you guys want to see it. This is really stuck on there. It looks like they didn't install this correctly. Oh, yeah. Yep, that'll do it. Got some drywall dust in there that just slipped by. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful and crusty? Look at that. No wonder this thing's not sucking at all. God. Okay, well, that's going to go back together. You can see me tapping all this dust out. Put this back together. And yeah, this has no suction, so I have no hope in this thing being able to pick up the bit of dust that I just dumped out. But this thing does work. There's nothing functionally wrong with it. It just needs a filter. Because this filter might be too far gone. I might not be able to replace it, or to wash it. But see, I didn't even bother to put those in the clamps. But it does work, so I could certainly fix this up. I do have a turbo brush I could slap on it. These turbo brushes are junk anyways. And I could easily sell this to somebody who wants a machine with a cord rewind after getting a review done on it. So there we go. So just needs a filter clean. And that's why it was thrown out. So completely free vacuum. I very well could probably get away with fixing this without replacing any parts and without putting any money into it. But if you really want this thing to be perfect, you can get a set of attachments, or at least a belt and a filter, and be on your merry way. So, not too bad. Turns out this does have markers on the cord. I just didn't pull the cord out far enough to see them, but they are there. Alright, so I have this sitting on this rug since it might spit up some water, but here's a ProHeat 2X Revolution. It's one of the old models with only 2 speeds. Curious as to when this was from. It's from 2017. Oh, there's another refurbished one. Wow. Just like the one that I got, only it's not a Pro. Let's see what this does. Oh, that motor sounds awful. Oh, it smells like it's burning. Oh, that's not good. God, Bissell. What are y'all doing with these refurbished things? I swear, these things are made out of cardboard, toothpicks, and duct tape. Oh, well. My only hope, at some point, I'm going to try to see if the pump in that works, because I mainly picked it up because I want to see if I can rip the pump out of it and put the pump in my Pet Pro, but I'm not sure if they're interchangeable between the models, so I'll have to figure that out. And this Eureka doesn't have a cord, and I didn't even realize this doesn't have a wheel either, and it's dripping water, so I'm not going to open this up, but it is first of these modern Eurekas that I've ever had. I've been meaning to pick up a Eureka Innova, but just haven't had the cash. So, last two machines. Got this Shark Navigator. Again, Goodwill find, $8. This one might work. We will see. Hopefully it does, because it's a Shark. It's missing the wand, so I'll need to purchase a wand for it. Likely. Okay. Sounds a little clogged. Let's take this hose off. Oh. Well, it works. So maybe it's the brush roll motor. Nope, that works too. Motor wind down's a little rough, but that's kind of grody. Could do to be changed. It's a Navigator Plus. I feel like I've had this before, but in maybe a blue. No, because mine had a different base, but it was basically the same unit. I've had a few of these. It's missing the filter, so I'll need to replace that. So, see if there's anything caught in the screen. Oh. Well, that's not right. That's supposed to be right there. That's probably stretched out from them forcing that on there. So, I'll have to wash that, and hopefully that'll come back to shape. Does it have the bottom filter? Yes, it does. So, no clogs. Just needs a clean and needs the filter fixed. Let's see. Pull this out. Hopefully if I wash this, it'll actually go back to its proper shape, because that is too loose to be of use. But now it's fine. So yeah, that's not too good. So since that filter's not in there all the way, I don't want to run this properly, but it does work. So classic Shark, classic handle, but I bought this hoping that it would have the cyclones, because I didn't actually look at it that closely before buying it, so I guess, yeah, I was hoping I'd get a cyclonic one, but I didn't. This is one of the new ones with just the basic single cyclone setup. So that one just needs clean, possibly a filter, since that filter might not go back into shape with a wash, but I'll try and see if that does it. So that's the Shark. It's a Bissell, the main things that I've used to do on my channel all the time, and the vacuum cleaner that made me get into preparing vacuum cleaners. And I can tell that this machine needs a belt, because this brush roll is spinning way too freely. But that's good, because I know the bearings aren't shot, as it so typically are. Drywall dust. Gosh. Damn it. Okay. That filter's nasty. Yep. So, someone used this for DIY. Of course, coronavirus. Plenty of people doing renovations to their home while they're stuck there for months on end. Makes perfect sense to me. At least if you have the money to do so. Which would have been great, but we didn't, but that's okay. Hose isn't attached for some reason. Wonder why? We're about to find out. So, why does this have the slots for a turbo brush when this is obviously not a turbo model? This is how I found it, so I don't know. But yeah, fairly typical Bissell. Not an exciting one by any stretch of the imagination. Seems like they removed the hose to try to see what was wrong with it. And then when they found out there was no suction after removing the hose, they probably gave up and threw it away. But yeah, because the belt is broken. But again, this is all normal stuff. Like, you know, it needs attachments. The pedal release is good. We'll see how the motor sounds. Of course, this model, you can't access the post-motor filter, so I'm going to have to strip it apart to get access to that. Let's put that back in place. You can tell these people are fancy because they rind up their cord in a cross section. Let's see if this spits dust out into my house. Okay, at least I didn't throw it out in the on position. Doesn't sound very good. It has suction, but very little. So I'm not going to be able to clean up this mess with this machine. But that's okay. So that's that. So the good news is that this video, none of these machines, other than the Eureka, because I know I'm not going to be able to find a wheel for that thing. So this Eureka is too far gone. Unfortunately, I was hoping that I could just wire a cord onto it and be done with it, but it's missing a wheel, so that's not going to be very useful. So this will probably rot away for parts, or maybe I'll see if I can't part it out. But this Hoover just needs a clean. This Dirt Devil just needs a clean. Shark just needs a clean. Again, any one of these could also use some filters. This ProHeat, it's a refurbished Bissell. It's too far gone. This Bissell just needs a clean and a belt. So not too bad. So again, in total, the only money that I spent on this whole lot was the $8 for each of the Goodwill vacuums, which I think is fine because, again, these two machines are in good shape. They just need filters, and the Hoover just needs cleaned. The Hoover works. Shark might need a set of filters and a wand. You know, it doesn't really need a wand to work, but obviously that doesn't look right, so we'll need a wand. And then this obviously needs cleaned, as does the Dirt Devil. This I'm not going to do a video on. I've already done a video on so many of these Bissells. There's nothing to see here. I mean, then again, have I done a video on an old style Helix? I know I did one on the newer style. I'll look. Maybe I'll do a video. Hell, if this video gets to... Let's see, if this video hits 25 likes by my birthday, then I might do a video on this. We'll see. We'll see. Not a promise, not a guarantee, but what other videos am I going to do on this thing? Because I've already had so many of these stupid things. And this, I'm probably not going to bother trying to sell to a collector because who the hell wants this? But if you do want it, and you want to pay way too much money for it, then I'll be glad to sell it to you. But yeah, I may swap the handle out with a different one, since obviously this is not the proper handle, and I could use this for a turbo or something, because it has the slots. Again, I'm not sure why that is. But yeah. So this was Intellitech Studios with episode 40 of Vacuum Saved. I'm going to go clean this up and, and bleach my lungs. So, this is Intellitech Studios signing out. I'll see you on the next video, and I hope you all have a good one. Peace.